shooting.
And it's another cold day across the 4 states, and it's going to stay that way for a little bit longer. And then there's a warm-up coming on. We're going to tell you all about it coming up.
And Taylor Swift fans are seeing red after Ticketmaster cancels today's general sale.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Police are looking for a suspect after a shooting last night in North Pittsburgh. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Tanya Bach. Topping our first 7 minutes, the latest on a shooting incident near Sonic. It happened around 10 o'clock last night in the 2300 block of North Broadway. Chief Brent Nargis says one person was injured with a non-life-threatening wound. Now, officers blocked off 23rd Street off of Broadway while they investigated the scene. And while the suspect is still at large, Chief Nargis says the shooting was an isolated incident. This is a developing story. For the latest update, you can head over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, we are in for a very cold night tonight. Chris Warner joins us with a first look at the frigid forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely frigid, cold, and just unpleasant outside as we head through tonight. But we do have some warmer weather on the way, which is good news. Live look at the MoDOT camera, I-44 and Range Line. Some cars out on the road, but traffic is moving, always a good thing. And in Joplin, as you can see, we've got those cloudy skies. And I always want to remind you of where we should be this time of year. Our high should be about 57 with our low of 36. Our high today isn't even going to come close to what our normal low is supposed to be for this time of year. We got the cloudy skies all across the area, and again, maybe a stray flurry or two out there, but nothing major going on with that. Outside of that, we just have the cold temperatures. 26 Iola, 27 Chanute, 28 Parsons, 29 in Carthage, 27 Lamar, and it is 28 in Joplin, where we showed you with those cloudy skies. And even with a light breeze, this one's a little bit stronger, northwest at 15. It's making it feel like 17 outside. And as you can see, we are not going to warm up much at all as we go through the rest of the day, and we are in for a very cold night. Our high today, about 30 degrees. That's all we can muster under mostly cloudy skies, but those skies will begin to clear a little bit later. And then we're going to be in for this. This is a little preview. 42 Saturday, 47 Sunday. So some warmer conditions are on the way. We'll talk about how warm it's going to get and what the Thanksgiving holiday is looking like here in just a couple of minutes.
All right, sounds good. At least we're not seeing blizzard-like conditions.
That's very true. Up in the Northeast, boy, they are getting socked right now.
That's right. A dangerous storm is dumping several feet of snow in western New York and around the Great Lakes. In some places, the snow is falling at a rate of up to 4 inches an hour. The city of Buffalo is under a state of emergency. The city and its surrounding areas could get up to 5 feet of snow by Sunday. And the snow is not only impacting the roads, but all travel. Almost every flight coming in and departing from Buffalo's main airport is canceled. And the NFL moved the Buffalo Bills' home game against the Cleveland Browns to Detroit because of the winter weather. Well, Democrats are poised to select New York Representative Hakeem Jeffries as Nancy Pelosi's successor now that Republicans are preparing to regain control of the House in January. In remarks yesterday, Speaker Pelosi announced she would not seek a leadership position in the new Congress, but will continue to represent her district. If elected, Jeffries would become the first African American to lead a party in Congress, and he would primarily be tasked with taking on GOP leader Kevin McCarthy, who was nominated as Speaker. Well, Twitter appears to be a company in turmoil after the site's new owner, Elon Musk, gave employees an ultimatum: work extra hard or quit. Many chose to walk out. Now sources tell Reuters the company's offices are closed until Monday. Jonathan Vigliotti has more.
Elon Musk appears to be taking a gallows humor approach to Twitter's latest troubles Thursday night, posting an emoji of a skull and crossbones, followed by an image of a Twitter tombstone. He also tweets, "How do you make a small fortune in social media? Start out with a large one." But for many employees, it's no laughing matter. This cell phone video appears to show a scroll of insults aimed at Elon Musk, projected against Twitter's San Francisco headquarters.
Twitter's an unstable company right now. And I think
Zoe Schiffer is managing editor at the investigative tech newsletter Platformer. She says earlier this week, employees were given an ultimatum: either pledge to high-intensity, quote, hardcore work with long hours by 5 Thursday afternoon, or resign with severance pay. Schiffer says many more workers than expected decided to leave.
10 seconds.
Some even going online to count down to the deadline.
7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Hundreds of people have said they are out, and a lot of those people were working on core infrastructure projects to keep Twitter's site reliable, to keep it secure, and to keep user data private.
Schiffer says so many employees left, the company didn't have enough staff to figure out who was still working and needed to shut down its offices and cut badge access until the dust settled.
They're very scared that employees are going to sabotage the service on their way out the door.
And despite the trending hashtag RIP Twitter, Schiffer says Twitter is probably not facing an imminent collapse, but she says when there is high traffic and fewer workers to fix any problems, Twitter could become more glitchy or difficult to log into, and those frustrations could be all it takes to lose a lot of users. Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, the World Cup usually brings a surge of traffic to Twitter, and that is expected again as the tournament starts this weekend. That's a look at today's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Up next on KOAM News at noon, Ticketmaster faces outrage after the latest Taylor Swift pre-sale fiasco. And later, Howard shows us how to make a simple and tasty old world slow cooker stuffing in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Both Taylor Swift fans and elected officials are expressing outrage at Ticketmaster after the company canceled the highly anticipated general ticket sale for Taylor Swift's new tour. The criticism follows widespread reports of outages during this week's pre-sale that prevented many pre-approved fans from securing tickets. Vladimir Dudier has the latest.
It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
Taylor Swift's fans are seeing red.
I literally feel like I'm about to burst into tears right now.
Ticketmaster better count its days.
Millions of Swifties were ready to snag whatever tickets they could today. But in a shocking announcement, Ticketmaster canceled its general sale for her new tour, citing high demand and low inventory.
Loves a game, wanna play.
I never could have imagined how insane this whole process has been.
The bad blood between Taylor Swift fans and Ticketmaster had been brewing all week. During Tuesday's pre-sale, 15% of customers experienced a glitch on the site. Ticketmaster says bot attacks and fans without invite codes to the pre-sale drove unprecedented traffic to the site, 4 times their previous peak.
The site was supposed to be opened up for 1.5 million verified Taylor Swift fans. We had 14 million people hit the site, including bots.
The technical issues are the latest development in an ongoing decade-long fight between Congress, fans, and the ticket behemoth. Ticketmaster and its parent company, Live Nation, have faced antitrust scrutiny since their merger in 2010. It combined tickets, promotion, concerts, and management under a single umbrella, and became the only major player in the concert game. This week, lawmakers, including Tennessee's Attorney General, renewed their calls for the company to break up.
People are trying to use the service and aren't getting the product that they paid for, the product that they were promised.
In a letter to Live Nation's CEO, Senator Amy Klobuchar said the company abuses its market positions and that its power insulates it from the competitive pressures that typically push companies to innovate and improve their services. That can result in dramatic service failures, where consumers are the ones that pay the price. The cost of concert tickets has also skyrocketed, up nearly 18% since 2019.
I was really looking forward to going to see Taylor Swift because I've gone to every concert since Speak Now.
Sydney Wallace knew all too well that tickets would be hard to get.
They knew how much traffic was going to be on their site, and they created this environment where no one really had a chance.
Vladimir Dudier, CBS News, New York.
Well, Ticketmaster says it is not conducting resales for the Taylor Swift shows, but others are, with tickets on some websites reaching tens of thousands of dollars. Still to come on the KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Imagine not having to juggle everything in and out of the oven on Thanksgiving Day to keep things hot. Make sure you stick around to find out how we do it.
But first, get ready for a warm-up. After we get through this cold day, we'll tell you how warm it's going to get coming up. We had another very cold day across the 4 states today. We are not getting very warm. We were warmer yesterday, in fact, than what we are today. We've got a lot of cloud cover out there as well, as you can see on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, and a stray flurry or two still possible. You can see any decent flurries, at least, staying to our south. And the clouds will eventually work their way out of here. Live look at the MoDOT camera at I-44 and Rangeline. As you can see, traffic is flowing, always a good thing, especially if you're doing some holiday traveling. And you can see the cloud cover, but you can also see some sunshine trying to get in there. But despite that sunshine's best efforts, it's really not going to warm up a lot today. 28 right now in Joplin, feels like 17. Temperatures across the area also equally cold. 25 Yates Center, 27 Chanute, Pittsburgh, and Lamar. 29 in Carthage, a little warmer down in Anderson and Miami, 31 degrees in each of those communities. The future track will show us at least where we're going to try and get some of these clouds out of here, and they'll start to roll on out as we head into the overnight hours, but through most of the day, we're going to stay mostly cloudy. Outside of that, and some colder temperatures here and there, the future track doesn't have a lot to show us today. We're only going to warm up to about 29, 30 degrees today, so it's not going to be very warm whatsoever, but as the clouds break on up and get out of here tonight, we'll be left with those partly cloudy, maybe even some mostly clear skies out there, but very cold. We drop back down to 19 degrees tonight. But there's relief and hope in sight. 42 on Saturday, partly cloudy, and 47 on Sunday, mostly clear. So we start to warm up heading into the weekend, but both Saturday and Sunday night, we still have some lows in the 20s to get through. If you're doing any flying ahead of the holiday week, the good news is right now, no weather-related delays at any of the nation's major airports, so that's definitely a plus for those of you doing any traveling. And I do want to remind folks at home that this particular map only shows weather-related delays. It's not going to show you if your particular flight is delayed. You'll still need to check on that, but no weather delays impacting holiday travel. All right, 7-day forecast. So I want to take some time on this. Monday, 51 degrees, so we start to warm up. By the way, the weekend, there you go, 23, 29, so still chilly. By Tuesday, we're up to 58 degrees, a low of 41, so much better than where we have been here lately. But then we're looking at rain chances Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then, yeah, those are snow icons down there on Saturday. So systems moving in as we head to about midweek next week. Makes us a little bit cooler on Thursday as we drop back down to 48 degrees for the high. So Thanksgiving Day is looking to be cloudy, it's looking to be rainy, it's looking to be chilly. But take a look at the overnight low. We actually start to progressively warm up heading into Thanksgiving night. And then by the time we get into Friday, 62 for the high. But take a look at the low Friday evening on Black Friday, 32 degrees. So the thing is these scattered rain showers that we could see Friday, if they hold on into the evening, we could see that transition into a light snow. So do be careful if you're traveling any of these days for any reason related to the holiday, whether it's shopping or you're just out and about. The roads could certainly be slick. And by Saturday morning, because it is going to be so cold, we could see some additional snow flurries and snow showers. So we get through the weekend and we get a few days of some warm weather, temperatures closer to where they should be for this time of year. And then as soon as we get through the holiday, it gets cold again, so you might as well take some time and enjoy this weather if you can. If you're not at work or at school Monday and Tuesday, those are going to be two really good days to get out and enjoy the warmer weather. Because as I mentioned, it's just really not going to last very long.
Well, a lot of time over fall and winter break, it's too cold to send the kids outside when they're on their break. So maybe we can get some outdoor time, a little bit, on Monday and Tuesday at least. So.
At least some kind of outdoor time. I know the kids are probably going crazy getting stuck in the house because it's just been too cold to send them out at night here lately.
Right. And they got a whole week. Most of them have a whole week off, so there you go.
Yeah. So
I would like to trade next Friday for this Friday, though. Or maybe have both of them like next Friday. Today, today.
Yeah, man, it's just
too cold.
Miserable outside. Way too cold.
That's right. All right, thanks, Chris. We take this time to honor today's 4-state hero, Specialist First Class Billy Marker in the U.S. Army. Soldier hails from Miami, Oklahoma. He served from 1945 to 1949, first in Germany, and then a later tour in Korea. To Sergeant Billy Marker, we thank you, our 4th-state hero. If you need to save space in your oven this holiday season, this recipe is perfect. Howard shows us how to make a delicious and easy slow cooker homemade stuffing in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
One of the biggest challenges we hear from many of you around the holidays is that you don't have enough oven space to keep everything hot. If that sounds like your house, let me share with you a few tips to help you out. First of all, don't wait until Thanksgiving Day to cook your turkey. We've discovered that if you cook it and cut it the day before, you can warm it on your stovetop right before eating. Let me assure you, your turkey will be super juicy, and yes, we've got the step-by-step instructions so you can easily do this. When it comes to making desserts, get those out of the way ahead of time so you're not juggling oven space between a pecan pie and a sweet potato casserole. When planning your menu, maybe plan to make a side dish like skillet cream corn rather than a baked corn casserole, since it can be made on the stovetop. And don't forget to invite your slow cooker to the party. It's perfect for cooking and keeping dishes like stuffing piping hot. As a matter of fact, we have an old-fashioned stuffing recipe that we made from start to finish in a slow cooker just for you. Of course, you can find the recipe for our old world slow cooker stuffing online now, and boy, is it ever moist. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found lots of space-saving ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
I never forget to invite my slow cooker to the party. You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at our 4-state market prices.
Warming up a bit as we head through the weekend and up into the 50s by the middle of next week as we watch some rain showers move in. Could be a wet and chilly Thanksgiving, though. 48 degrees with some rain showers likely.
All right, what do we have coming up tonight at 5, Don?
Well, at 5, researchers in England are working to get stroke patients back on their feet with the help of robotic technology. In Health Watch, how bionic legs and traditional physical therapy are improving daily step count and confidence. Plus, Missouri Southern hosts a symposium to explore the relationship between art and healthcare, and a flyover in southeast Kansas honors World War II veterans. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's all coming up today on KOAM News at 5.
All right, thank you, Dow. Thanks for joining us for KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5 o'clock.